kids, how you doing? It's me, your TV pal Comic Book Man, with your January 2010 calendar of savings here at Alternate Reality. The big event for this month is, of course, the Essential Sale, which is going on from the 18th through the 22nd. In the Essential Sale, all my omnibuses, all of my masterworks, all of my archives, all of my essentials, and all of my showcase trade paperbacks are all 35% off for the entire run of the sale. And of course, the 20th of this month is also Founders Day, where everything in the store is 20% off. And finally, don't forget, Hulk is the hero of the month, where all the Hulk trades are 25% off. That's all this month here at Alternate Reality.
Here is Sweet Dan with some sweet comic reviews.
Hey kids, how you doing? It's me, Comic Book Man, your TV pal, and once again we're in the video outhouse with
Sweet Dan Sweet.
And that can only mean one thing. It's time for
Sweet Talking.
There you go. It's like,
This
is not Bo. This is not Bo.
Sweet Talking right now.
This is not Bo. I give this man a cue, he picks it up. It's
right.
amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The brain's firing on all 8 cylinders.
What time is it? What are we doing?
But anyway, he's here to talk today about
Siege Embedded.
Not Siege.
Not Siege.
Siege Embedded.
Siege Embedded.
And the question everyone's been asking me about Siege Embedded is, what's this? Like, and what amazes me is Civil War Embedded, World War Hulk Embedded.
No.
They've done it.
No.
They've done Embedded.
Front line.
Oh, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but you slap a new name on it and people are clueless.
It's exactly the same thing as Frontline.
I've not picked up a single Frontline title, and this captured my attention because it wasn't called Frontline.
Okay,
so that's what they did.
This is about the reporters telling the story.
They polished a turd, repackaged it with a pretty bow, and that's what it is. So yes, while you're right, it is the same thing. Okay. That's why it's not recognized by everyone.
It's the reporters telling the story.
Right.
Which is exactly what Civil War Frontline was.
Like it.
Exactly what World War Hulk Frontline was. Exactly what
not
Silent Invasion Frontline was.
I'm justifying the confusion on their part.
Okay. And this is Siege Embedded.
That's right.
It's a companion book to the Siege miniseries. And of course, as we just said, it tells the story at the ground level of the reporters who are covering the story, which means you get lots of background information that you're not going to get in Siege. Important background information. I'm trying to sell it here. Important background information. That you can't live without!
You need it!
You need it! So, how much do they need it? How good is it?
You
is it
find
good,
out
bad?
Dr. Doom's middle name.
Oh, what is it?
You don't.
Victor.
No, it's
Victor.
not.
Victor.
It's
Vaughn.
Vaughn. No, you know what? You're right. It is Siege Frontline.
Yeah.
What they did is it's still even the same characters from the Frontline. It's Ben Urich and the Frontline newspaper that he runs. But this is a little bit different because he's not covering it from the New York office. He's actually embedded in.
He's in the Chicago office.
No, he goes to Chicago, but he ends up driving to Oklahoma at the end of the story, basically.
Oh, because that's where Asgard is.
That's where he's going to become embedded in the story. So it's cool. I wasn't sure I was going to look forward to this. Yeah. I haven't enjoyed a lot of the Frontline stuff.
How can you not? Look, they're all covered in blood.
That is kind of cool. That is cool. It's got a great Addy Granoff cover.
They look like they all went to Carrie's high school reunion.
Yeah, John Travolta. Here's the deal. I thought that it provided some information that you didn't get from the main book.
Right.
Mainly Volstag's perspective after the events that took place.
Which is?
He feels bad. He feels really bad. And he's on his way to God Court in Asgard, where the gods...
Dun, dun.
That's exactly it. He's going to be judged by the gods and tried for his crimes against humanity, so there is remorse, and it is expressed in a way that, it's Volstagg. He's the big, jolly, fat guy who uses a sword.
He's Santa Claus with a sword.
Yeah, exactly. And a big, twirly red mustache. That's awesome. So Ben Urich gets the idea that he's going to give Volstagg a ride, because he was going to walk from Chicago to Oklahoma, and he'd still be just as fat by the time he got there. He's not Jared, the subway guy. It's just, he's, whatever. So,
what was it? Howard and Me? What was the name of the movie? The guy going cross country with Howard Hughes? Back in the late 70s, early 80s. Howard and Me? Is that what it was?
I was born in 1980.
It's Howard and Me. That's probably not the title, but the movie where Howard Hughes was going cross country and picked up a guy, or a guy picked up Howard Hughes and they're drove cross country. And Howard Hughes supposedly left all of his money to this guy after he died, and it was a court battle.
I don't know if gods have any money to leave, but he has a giant sword.
Oh, giant sword.
It barely fits in the van.
Well, in Thor, we found out he has giant many things.
Oh.
Straczynski's last issue of Thor, we found out he has many giant things.
Wow.
But anyway, he's driving cross country to Oklahoma.
I don't even know where this segment's going anymore. Listen, Chris Samney illustrates it. He has a style very similar to Darwin Cook or Sean Phillips. I really like it. Simple and yet detailed. He doesn't get bogged down in a lot of sketchiness in his lines, but the coloring and the inking really brings out a lot of depth in the art. There's a lot of great action scenes of, not action scenes, I don't know what I mean. The Dark Avengers kind of cleaning up Soldier Field after it. It's a good 2-page spread that you don't really expect.
What is there to clean up?
Everything. Bodies and stuff.
Are they sticking arms in garbage cans?
That's where all the blood comes from. They're really bathed in it by the time it's all over.
Dumping torsos into dumpsters, huh?
In the end, I thought that it's a good side project. I'm interested to know if every issue is going to ship on the same day as the issue of Siege that comes out.
Well, it'd be nice. I think that was a plan with the other incarnations that we talked about previously. That was a plan with the other ones. I forget whether or not it actually worked out that way. But yeah, it would work best that way because then you go boom, boom.
And I mean, it's written by Brian Reed, who co-wrote with Brian Bendis the Spider-Woman Secret Origins miniseries that the Luna Brothers illustrated. So I'm a fan of Brian Reed. Bendis has shown some confidence in him with his stuff beforehand. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna stick with this. I think it's gonna provide some insight. Considering that Siege is so short and Bendis is a long-winded writer, I think this is the first time where one of these series is really gonna prove valuable because I think it's gonna really get a lot of that exposition that you're not gonna get in the fighting sort of scenes that are what Siege is really all about. It's all about seeing Captain America kick the crap out of Norman Osborn.
Well, yeah, the embedded or the frontline stuff was never about the fight. It was about what's going on after.
And I think this is where you're going to get a lot of the subtext. So I think this is the first time where it really goes hand in hand really well. And I'm all about it.
So this is...
Get it in conjunction with Siege. You won't be disappointed.
Okay, so stop by the store and pick it up. Where are you going to go to find more of his reviews at? You'll go to the store's website. And, of course, the website is at...
www.myalternatereality.com.
So stop off at the store's website, read Dan's reviews on Siege Embedded, on Siege, and the 150 million thousand other things that he's reviewed. And until next time, 150 gajillion.
I've been writing before I was born.
Before he was born, man.
In utero.
In utero. He's sitting there scribbling it up. So anyway, stop off at the store's website, and until next time, this comic book man,
Sweet Dan,
saying, bye! Hey kids, your TV pal Comic Book Man here to remind you that the January Alternate Reality Hero of the Month is none other than the Incredible Hulk. That's right, all my Incredible Hulk trade paperbacks are 25% off all month long. Not the junky ones, not the overstock, not stuff I can't get rid of, but every single Incredible Hulk trade paperback in the house is 25% off all January long. It doesn't matter whether he's green, gray, red, purple, orange, hulked up, scarred up, she-hulked up, screwed up. They're all 25% off all month long here at Alternate Reality. Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.